Hello everyone, and what the hell is with my webcam? Why isn't it working? God damn it. Give me a little second. I'll try to get it back online. Okay, it's back. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. But welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 27th December 2017. We're rapidly closing up this year, but my name is Kralizec. I will be your host for the evening, and let's get into the news. Today we got three interesting topics for you guys. First, Microsoft copied an advertisement based off a Reddit post. Then, a new Devil May Cry game announced, but don't get excited. And last of all, excessive gaming is now classified as a mental disorder. Interesting stuff. But we're going to start with the Microsoft ad. Again, sorry, I'm still with my parents. My setup here isn't really ideal, so no images, no video. I will have to describe this to you, but you will be able to easily find this just by Googling. But about a month ago, a guy on Reddit called Maxter, with 2 R's, he posted a little concept art for an Xbox One ad for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Essentially, he just made an Xbox One S, put a little bit of a field on top of it, and a character from PUBG scrolling through there. That was it. It was just an Xbox with a little bit of a field on top of it with a PUBG character. And now, Microsoft has a new ad. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it's an Xbox One X. See, there's a difference there. With a PUBG character strolling through a field that's growing out of this Xbox, coming to a loot crate. And yeah, there's a controller on the side. It's different, but not. Yeah, so obviously the Microsoft team just wanted to have a nice Christmas and were just lazy, and they were like, oh, this looks cool. Let's just make this. Yeah, okay, you know, so nobody can accuse us of just copying. We're just going to take an Xbox One X and put a controller here. And you know what? Let's add a loot box over there. And they were done. That was the excess of their work. The only other difference is the fact that there is a sky above the Xbox. But seriously, this is most likely copyright infringement, in my opinion. Though, because of the fact that it's one guy of the internet and it's a huge corporation, the corporation would probably be able to prove, oh, but we came up with it on ourselves, we didn't see that Reddit post, you know? But yeah, they did. It's pretty obvious that this is just stolen, and it pisses me off. Like, the budget Microsoft has for marketing, just get some actual people who will do something and not just copy something off Reddit. Somebody needs to get fired over this, because even though this will very unlikely lead to some legal action, seriously, the guy who submitted this, and probably even the guy who just said, yeah, this looks nice, and didn't do any sort of digging whether this is original work, they should get fired. And you know who should get hired? The guy who made this originally. Though, I heard some interesting opinions, and I think I read them on GamerRant originally, saying that, yeah, because Microsoft essentially copied your work, this will look amazing in your resume. And the fact that the internet has picked on this will actually make it somewhat provable that you were the original guy who came up with this idea and wasn't Microsoft itself. So, kudos, and I hope you will get a good, well-paying job in marketing somewhere. Ideally, marketing for games. So, I really hope either Microsoft picks this guy and just replaces the guy who copied of this, or I would love to see PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds just picking this guy themselves and just saying, you know what, you did well. You're going to get the job with us. Okay, our second topic for today is a new Devil May Cry game on mobile. Yay! So, obviously, this isn't something people will be really happy about. So the next game that will be coming into the Devil May Cry franchise is called Devil May Cry Pinnacle of Combat. Man, I'm pretty sure this name will be misleading as hell, because mobile games, especially mobile ports of popular franchises, are usually bad. And I mean bad. Like a sheep bad. Because seriously, just unless we get incredibly lucky, and I mean like lucky above all hell, this game will be just a cash grab, and makes me sort of sad. This game is going to be created by a Chinese game called, okay, how is this pronounced? Yunchang. I think it's Yunchang. Yunchang game. So they have brought a license to the Devil May Cry IP. We don't really know what sort of game it will be, but because it's called Pinnacle of Combat, I'm hoping there will at least be some combat there. It won't be just a clicker. But, man, I don't know what to tell you about this. It's just making me sad. And our last piece of news for today. This one is the big news of today, the actually interesting piece of it today. So, the World Health Organization was pretty much updating their classification of what is and what isn't a disease. And this happened for us, by the way, for the first time since 1990. That was the year I was born. Since then, we didn't technically have any new diseases. Yeah, we did. But we're going to get this, and officially now, excessive gaming will be classified as a mental disorder, similar to, let's say, alcoholism or any sort of drug addiction. And it's fair. There are some voices saying, oh, but you cannot be addicted to games. Yeah, you can. You can. You can be addicted to anything, to be honest. You can be addicted to masturbating. You can be addicted to putting stamps on envelopes, because addiction can be, on one hand, physical. That's what drugs usually do, but it can also be mental. And if you're addicted to games, then it is a mental disorder, for sure. And we need to remember there have been some serious cases of people who would really need a treatment for this disorder. Just remember I remember just the top of my head, at the very least, there were 3, maybe 4 people who died just because they were gaming too much. I'm betting there's much more of them. I'm just remembering 3. It was actually one like a few days ago. Yeah, there was a Taiwanese man who died after a 3-day gaming just straight. And yeah, these people have most likely a problem and they need some treatment. So saying that it makes gaming less of a art form, no, gaming is still an art form with certain games, not with all games. Not all games are art. Same way, not all painting is art, and not all music is art. But certain games can be an art piece, especially the really beautiful ones with awesome graphics. Not realistic. I usually mean like Cuphead can certainly be classified an art piece. Or Pyre, Transistor, and many other things can be considered an art piece. But let's say Minesweeper is not really an art project. It's a game, but it is not art. The same way elevator music is not art. And the same way soap operas aren't art. You know? They are still TV series, but they aren't art. They're still music, but they aren't art. It's really hard to say where the difference between art and just a consumer product begins, but somewhere the line needs to be drawn. And to be honest, games in the vast majority are not art. Even especially AAA titles. Especially AAA titles aren't art anymore. They were in the past, where people were essentially putting out their souls into their games. But these days, AAA games are just consumer products meant to be consumed and then thrown away. Unless it's something you are supposed to keep and love for years and years to come, it really is an art piece. There are still AAA art pieces. I would say Wolfenstein, both the New Order and the new... I don't remember the other one's name, sorry. But those both are art pieces, even though they are AAA games. But let's say FIFA is certainly not an art piece. I think the serialization of games might be a good indicator of whether it is an art piece or not. If it's just pushed out every single year with a new version, then it's probably not an art piece. But back to the topic, yeah, excessive gaming can be a mental disorder, and whenever you start to feel like without games you feel depressed or something like that, it's probably time to go seek out help. Some people might classify myself as a excessive gamer because I game like 6-8 hours a day just playing games for reviews. But the thing is, it's my job, and to be honest, I don't always enjoy it, and sometimes I'm very happy just to put the game away and be like, fuck, I don't want to play anything for like ever, ideally. But no, here I'm lying. I usually just like, oh man, that game was shitty. Let's go do anything else than gaming because I'm so pissed at game developers right now. I don't want to play anything else. And a lot of other people will probably be in the same boat, but there's a good chance that a lot of streamers could potentially be suffering from something like this, and they should be closely observed by their friends and family just to be sure that there actually isn't any sort of mental issue happening with them. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving us a like here on YouTube and subscribing to our channel. If you are watching this on Steam, maybe you would like to give us an upvote and follow our blog there. In either case, be sure to leave us a comment, especially about a mental disorder. Tell us whether you think excessive gaming can be a mental disorder. We are really interested in hearing your opinions. And you can be sure we are going to answer every single comment that has some value. Because if it's just like, hey, I will ignore it. But that's going to be it. So, see you guys later with more gaming content.